Hey guys, it's Daryl here. I was just starting my workout and I forgot one of the main topics. This came across my mind last night, and this is one of the main topics I wanted to talk about today, and I completely forgot about it. With this new year coming, we make resolutions, and far be it from me, I'm not good at telling other people what they should do or shouldn't do. On this channel and in life, I usually tell people what's worked for me. And in the last 13 years, I found some things that work phenomenally for me. Like I said, with the new year coming, we can make resolutions. I hear a lot of people around me, a lot of Americans talking about how they are limited in time. But I truly believe we have time. Time is we have if something is important to us, we can make time for it. Physical fitness, exercise, one of the biggest things that's kept me clean. It's built my self-confidence, and it's one of the biggest things that's kept me clean and sober for the last 13 years. And not only that, it gives me a positive attitude on the day. I talk a lot about people being angry, going around angry and feeling, it seems like a lot of people feel helpless with the government and everything like that. And I find that working out empowers me. It does. I know it sounds corny and everything like that, but I know that throughout my day, working out, I just started out with 10-minute workouts. That's how it started, just 10 minutes. Tell me anybody can make 10 minutes in their day. And it makes a huge difference. And once you start to see that difference, you will find a way to make another 10 minutes, like for 20 minutes a day or a half hour a day. And it's worth losing 30 minutes of sleep to get this into your day. There's nothing that can describe the confidence, the good feeling of confidence when I walk into the bank or the store and I feel good about myself. And I'm more likely to engage other people and be more open-minded. When I talk to them, I'm concentrating on them and what they're saying. And I'm not all concerned about my feeling self-conscious about myself, my extra weight, how I look, how I feel crappy. When somebody else is you see their mouth move and you're not listening to what they say because you feel crummy. Do I look fat in this? Do I feel like, I'm tired? And I don't feel like that anymore. I don't. It's a great feeling. And you just need 10 minutes a day to start this, and it will change your life. I promise you this. Another thing I want to talk to you guys about is reading. I love to read, and I really feel that a lot of Americans these days don't read. They have time to get on Facebook and YouTube, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if you get on Facebook for 2 hours and then turn around and say, well, I don't have time to read, I don't have time to work out, you're making a mistake. You really are. You're ignoring your own growth intellectually, mentally, physically. And like I said, this will affect the rest of your day. You get on to Facebook at night for an hour or two, and it'll piss you off. All the arguing, the conceit you see on there. And the next day, when you interact with people, when you're going to the store, when you're at work, it's a whole different dynamic. As opposed to getting up 10, 20 minutes early, working out, and you just get that rush of endorphins, and you feel fantastic throughout the day. When I interact with somebody, I hear what they're saying. I could almost read their eyes. I could see what's going on behind their words, because I'm concentrating on them, and I'm not thinking about how crummy I feel, and being all self-conscious about how shitty I feel. Another, like I said, reading. So I'm going to show you guys some of the stuff I read too. I usually work out in the morning, and I work out an insane amount. I don't recommend that for everybody. I'll get in 4 or 5 hours, but I'm also an artist, and I work more or less on my hours than on somebody else's. This is what I've been reading here. The Mueller Report. I know I'm a little late on this one. It came out a while ago, but holy shit. If everybody read this, I think Trump would be hung by a tree, by a noose by now. It's amazing in here. It's a little hard to read. It doesn't read like a book. It is a report. And I started out initially, because it is hard to read. I started out by just reading the headlines, the captions, and I was like, holy shit! He said this? He did this? And you got to read this. It's a whole different. I think Americans were passed off this this idea that, well, Trump fired Mueller. He just had it in for Trump, and there wasn't really evidence. No, man, not even close. You got to read this report. Every American should read this report. And I'm just getting into it now. I'm going to get back to you on everything it said. This Moneyland. It's about I have a hard time saying this word. Kleptocrats. It's about the rich getting richer, and not just in this country but across the world. Just that 1% that basically is going out to own everything, and the rest of us being wage slaves. In here, and it talks about the kleptocrats and their awful children. Wonder who they're talking about there. Great book. I just started reading this one too. That's another thing. I read multiple books all at the same time. I get to a point in one, I put it down, and I'll pick up another one and start reading it. I don't know if this is ADD. It's what works for me. And yes, I can remember, I remember people asking me, how do you do that? And I don't know. It's what works for me. I can keep the storylines or the narrative, I can keep them in order in my head. I multitask a lot too. I'll get 5 or 6 different things going all at once. And that's just how I function best. I don't know if it's good or bad, but... All right, and then there was a third book I'm reading right now. Parkland. The story about David Hogue and the kids from Florida. I got it. This is the author of the Columbine too. I got to admit, I did not start this one yet. You see here, Never Again, in the state of Florida. This is probably the best one, and I'm saving this one. I started these two. It's kind of like how I eat. You know, I'm saving dessert, the best one for last. So I really haven't gotten into this yet. It's the story of David Hogue and Emma Gonzalez and their movement, the Road to Change tour, showing how these kids seized an opportunity. They hit the highway to organize young activist groups mushrooming across America. This is something that gives me hope too. That's another thing. The millennials seem to not be falling for the same old fear tactics and all that Trump is feeding the baby boomers. And don't get me wrong, I made the mistake before about, I'm not putting down baby boomers. I think there's informed, intelligent, concerned citizens throughout all age spectrums. But these guys give me hope. I think they're not buying the Trump narrative, the fear and all that crap. They're more open-minded. So these guys give me hope. I'm going to let you know. I'll give you guys a book report on all 3 of these. So again, I got Parkland. I haven't started yet. Moneyland, about kleptocrats across the world, not just the United States, and how they work together to launder money, to hide all of this insane billions and I don't know, but I'm guessing trillions of dollars of money that they're making off our misery. Great book. I just started this one. This is the one I was reading the most of. Again, Mueller Report. Amazing. Every American should read this. So, to sum it all up, I got to get to my workout. But if you're going to make a resolution, New Year's resolution, just cut out 10 minutes in the morning to go for a walk, in 10 minutes, 15, in 16 minutes, the average guy could probably do about a mile. Start off with 8 minutes, a half mile, and see how you like it. See how it changes your day. 8 minutes. On January 1st or January 2nd, try 8 minutes, an 8-minute walk. And before you know it, you'll be buying weights like I was at Walmart and signing up to the gym, and it'll change your life. Trust me. It's not just about weight and looks. It's about your whole dynamic and how you interact with everybody else throughout the entire day. It will change your life. Trust me. Just carve out 8 minutes in the morning, starting on January 2nd. And do yourself a favor. Pick up a book and start reading. Like I said, I read at night before I fall asleep. And neither one of these things cut into anything important in my life. If you got time for screwing around on Facebook and watching people like me on YouTube, you got time for this. Do it. Do it for yourself. Do it for America. All right, you guys have a great day.